Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'm reviewing the Haylou T16 true wireless buds, which can offer a lot for their $60 price tag. I got the buds from the manufacturer for testing, but no money exchanged hands and they have no control over what I say about their product in this video. So what you are going to hear in the next couple of minutes is just my honest opinion based on my own experience with the buds. So let's get right into it. When I took the buds out of the case for the first time, I was like, yeah, I've seen this design many times before. I mean, it's a typical earbud design with no standout features or unique design solutions. But as they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, and the buds actually look sleek and minimalistic, and they are comfortable too. Both the case and the buds are made of matte black plastic. Build quality is great, everything feels well put together. Except for the lid on the case, which is a bit loose, and I struggled with trying to keep it open because it doesn't lock in its fully open position, but instead it's just flapping around. But the magnets inside the case are strong, so your earbuds are safe. Taking the buds out of the case is easy thanks to the good grip you can get on them. They are not too small, not too big, they are just about the right size for my ears. I've got a great fit and had no problems with long-term comfort either. No hot spots, no ear fatigue. The small weight of 5.1 grams each probably plays a role in that too. I feel like the buds are safe and secure in my ears, and you get 6 sets of silicone tips in the box in case you want to play around with them. The buds have an IPX5 rating, which means that they will have no problems with some sweat or rain, and that makes them okay to be used for workouts as well. The battery life of the buds is only about 4.5 hours with one charge, but that's at full volume and with ANC turned on, according to Haylou's website. It can go up to 6 hours with ANC turned off and volume down to 50%. That's not necessarily a class-leading performance, and the total battery life with the case is around 30 hours with ANC off, which is still not the best, but you get compatibility with the Qi wireless charging standard, and of course there is the usual USB-C port on the back of the case too. The Haylou T16 uses Bluetooth 5.0 with SBC and AAC support. Connection is stable, pairing is easy. Watching videos presents no problems in terms of delay or lip sync, and you can activate the low latency mode when gaming. All you have to do is triple tap on the right earbud. Make sure you turn that off for music or podcast because it will eat up your battery faster than in normal mode, and you don't have plenty juice in these buds to begin with. Another way of saving battery life is using only one bud at a time, and since the T16 supports single bud mode, you can easily do that too. Phone call quality is average at best. There is not much noise cancelling going on and voices are a bit muffled too, but at the end of the day you can easily understand each other over the phone. Next up is touch controls, which work pretty well. I've never had problems with accidental touches, the controls register touches well, and their reaction times are fast enough. You can control play, pause, you can jump to the next song, answer or reject phone calls, turn low latency mode on and off, activate the voice assistant, and toggle between the different ambient modes. We will talk about the ambient modes and the ANC feature in details in a minute, but now let's discuss volume controls, which by default are not available. But there is the Haylou app, which has some basic customization options, including touch control settings. Unfortunately, it gives you very limited options to personalize those controls. For example, in order to gain both volume up and down, you will have to give up play pause control altogether, which made me raise my eyebrows for a second, but the fact that the T16 have in-ear sensors and auto play pause somewhat softens the blow. It doesn't mean that I agree with such limitations in the software, but at least we have options to choose from, not like with most of its competitors, which don't have an app at all, let alone the in-ear sensors. But again, some other manufacturers managed to cram all functionality into the controls, including volume and play pause at the same time. But most of those don't have autoplay pause. So I will leave it to you to decide which solution you prefer. You can share your opinion in the comments below. Moving on, now let's have a look at what the active noise cancelling can do on the Haylou T16. Each bud has dual mics on them, one that filters out noises on the outside of the bud and another one that does the same inside your ear. This so-called hybrid noise cancelling have 4 different modes: ANC on, ANC off, transparent and outdoor. You can toggle between these modes either by double tapping the left earbud or by using the Haylou app. The ANC on mode filters out some of the low frequency noises, but not much of the higher frequencies at all. So it's not the most efficient, but it can come in handy on public transport, for example, and it delivers the average performance of other ANC capable buds in its price bracket. There is a slight hiss when the ANC is activated, but it becomes hardly noticeable with music at normal listening levels. Next is the ANC off mode, which is self-explanatory in terms of what it does, but for whatever reason it is called ambient mode in the app, which can be confusing at first. And if it wasn't confusing enough already, there is an actual ambient mode called transparent in the app. It doesn't do much as far as amplifying voices goes, but at least it sounds natural, and again, the competition cannot really do a better job with their own ambient modes either. With music on, it barely helps with the conversation, but it can help you stay alert when walking or running outside. And there is another mode that's actually called outside, but this one is essentially a wind noise filter. I complained about wind noise in the past because here on the west coast of Ireland, wind is really something you have to deal with on a daily basis, and I haven't used earbuds which have had addressed this particular issue before. And ANC tends to even make it worse by amplifying the wind noise, making the whole ANC feature pointless. But enter the Haylou T16 and its outside mode, and wind noise is not an issue anymore. Well, let's say it's less of an issue. The outside mode does a brilliant job at filtering out wind noise, especially compared to the ANC on and transparent modes, where you get this usual sharp, annoying wind sound. Now this noise is mostly gone in outside mode, so I'm quite satisfied with it, and I use it instead of the other three 90% of the time when I'm outside. I know most of you don't even care about such things as wind noise, but I'm happy to see Haylou taking this step in the right direction, and I only hope other manufacturers will follow suit in that regard. And now let's see what the Haylou T16 buds sound like. I would say they have a clear and fairly open sound. The bass is tight and lean, but maybe it's a touch less impactful than I would like it to be. I wouldn't necessarily call the bass lacking, and you might not even notice that anything is missing when listening to acoustic music, for example, but there are certain genres which would require more punch and power in the lower registers, and I know loads of people who would not be satisfied with the amount of bass they can get out of these buds. But the slightly thin bass leaves room for vocals to show their talent, and the excellent separation and the precise imaging puts everything and everyone where it belongs on the soundstage, which is surprisingly wide, by the way. There are plenty of details and energy in the treble region, but the buds never get harsh. There is no hint of distortion or sudden shift in sound signature at maximum volume level either. True, these buds don't reach ear-splitting levels of volume, but I consider it as a positive rather than a negative. And believe me, the buds can go loud enough. But I value the clear and open sound over volume any day of the week, and that's what these buds can deliver. However, the sound of the T16 could benefit from a little bit of warmth, and if you are a bass head or a volume junkie, then you might want to keep looking for something else. So, to conclude this review, I'm gonna have to say that the Haylou T16 ticked a lot of boxes for me. Fit is great with long-term comfort, and the sound is very enjoyable too. Wireless charging is a nice bonus, single bud mode can be essential for some, the ANC delivers a decent performance in general, and you get an app with custom settings. On the other hand, the app is very limited in its functionality, and the battery life could be better too. But for €60, dollars or pounds, you get a pair of earbuds with a wide range of features, which not every competitor can offer for the same price. And this was my review of the Haylou T16 True Wireless Earbuds. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, you can leave a comment below. Thanks for watching, see you next time.